Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Shalini Diwan talk show. And today our discussion is on rejuvenation of mind, body, and soul. And our guest speaker for the day is Dr. Reena Sharma Kher, who's the founder of Zifat. So, welcome, Reena, to the show. It's
Thank
a
you.
pleasure having you. And the topic that we've chosen today is rejuvenation. I think that is what all of us require
Very true.
on daily basis. So, how will you put as rejuvenation word in your life? How do you discuss that?
So, hi everybody, and thank you, Shalini, for inviting me on this wonderful show. I've been seeing all the episodes, and it's completely enlightening, and then good to see that initiative from your end, which is
Thank you
very
so
obvious
much.
from a person like you. So, regeneration is very, very important and integral in our lives, considering COVID, considering the kind of stressful, lives we are leading, whether it's a stress at home, whether it's stress, at work, whether it's stress with dealing with your kids, work, anything, even while choosing what to cook is the biggest
I
stress I think
know.
for women, the
Yes,
menu. so so
absolutely.
so yes, regenerating your mind, your body, your soul, blending it together. I think it comes from within. If you feel healthy from inside, everything falls in place. And
Absolutely.
I completely agree to it, and I so totally believe in this.
And I think we all work towards health. But what
Absolutely.
you say are the signs of an unhealthy body?
So hair fall.
Yes.
One is hair fall. So
Mhm.
if you have extensive hair fall, definitely there is something lacking internally. So no matter, it's good, we apply external things, we do superficial things,
Mhm.
but ultimately, the thing is that you have to give nutrition to yourself,
Yes.
and of course with a very positive and happy mind. And I think when we feel healthy, we look healthy, automatically your mental state improves. The condition of your state, it's all interrelated, I feel.
Yes, and I think, as you said, it's the hair fall, but I think, the condition of
The
your
nails,
nails.
I was
Yes.
about to say that.
Yes.
Absolutely. If your nails are too fragile, definitely,
Mhm.
no matter how many extensions and all. So let me since the time I have got too much into
Mhm.
nutrition, I've started eating healthy, promoting healthy. I have never used any nail
Sessions.
extensions. So this is all
And
natural.
I would not like to. I would just like to just point out this little thing that we go for nail extensions. It's a beautiful thing, but
Absolutely.
Rina, over the time, because your natural nails are not breathing, so over the
Absolutely.
time they get more fragile and the condition goes bad. And once you already have bad nails, and if you put a extension over it, and it gets worse, so rejuvenating your natural nails becomes a real big task, and then it takes a lot of time. So guys, just what we are trying to say is have a good nutrition and try to manage as much as natural, with your hair, with your nails, with your skin. Let it look healthy, because putting inside healthy things is what is going to be reflecting outside.
Totally.
So
Totally.
you can manage your unhealthy body if you eat healthy.
Absolutely. Drink a
Simple.
lot of water. That's what I always say. Drink a lot of water. Finish drinking water till 6:30
But
p.m.
yes, as you
Yes.
mentioned, as she said, before 6:30, because by 6:37 you should be over with your water, because after that I think it makes you bloat more.
Yes.
Because your body starts retaining
Retaining the
water.
water.
So
Yeah.
this is where we go wrong. We feel that if you have a lot of water, a lot of things are going to be drained out. That's perfectly all right, but that is to a certain time. But because at night, you should have less water.
Yeah. Just
So this
to
is a very simple fact, but I think this is a very important fact to be shared.
yeah. Just to quench your thirst, maybe you can sip a little water after 7:30, and that's it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So when do we begin for a healthy self? How much do you think, because there are mind games, your mind plays a huge role in keeping you healthy. So where do we begin for a healthy self? One thing. And the second thing is, how do we go with our mind towards it?
See, there are two things. One is get motivated on your own, or
Yes.
find a motivation. Be it a celebrity, be it a friend, be it a crush. anybody, right? Or
Yeah.
maybe to impress somebody. There's no harm. People say, oh no, you should impress yourself. It's fine, even if you want to impress somebody, and that gives you motivation to stay healthy, look fit, look nice. It's absolutely fine. So
Yes.
you have to find that motivation. So for someone like me, no, I find that myself as a motivation, because I want to keep myself healthy. I want to work, I want to take care of my kids, and I don't want to have mood swings because of my unhealthy body and mind, or I'm getting, or maybe feeling very fatigue every now and then.
And plus, I think reflecting ourselves into the mirror and looking a good
Absolutely.
self is enough to motivate ourselves.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. We know we have to age. Age is something, you cannot. You will age at a certain point of
Yes.
time. So why not age gracefully, and with a healthy body and mind.
And slow down your aging
Yeah.
with eating right
right
and a healthy lifestyle.
Healthy lifestyle.
Yes.
And Shalini, healthy lifestyle does not always mean you have to hit a gym, or you have to be a runner or a jogger. Just by eating wisely, just by choosing, what to eat, what not to eat, what to include in your diet, what not to include in your diet, or from your family's diet altogether, you can definitely, age gracefully. And it's not just about aging, but you can have a healthier life. Whatever lifespan
Yes.
you have, that can be healthier.
And plus, if you're healthy, you feel more happier. That there's a
Absolutely.
glow on your face, there is shine in your hair,
Yeah.
and definitely, you see world around you also happily because you are happy inside.
Very true.
So, as we say, is we need to make ourselves healthy. For keeping healthy, being happy is what is all about. And pandemic has taught us a lot about it.
Very true.
So we have to focus more on our health. But Reena, what I have seen is very small things make a huge difference in our life. Like, I'll say colors,
Yeah.
or maybe the food. So let's elaborate a little on colors and then go down to food.
So definitely, see, if you see, she's wearing such a vibrant, lovely color. So it automatically is enhancing the entire aura of this talk, of our moods. We you become vibrant while talking.
Yes.
It's all around you. So definitely, colors play a very important role. And I think when I was very small, also, I never liked bland foods, and even till now. Though now I am a nutritionist and I talk about nutrition, but I cannot eat idli, as idli as how it is. So I will ensure either I will make it colorful, or I will add raisins to it, just to have that presentation, because that also makes a lot of difference. So
I totally agree with you. There's a very simple food like khichdi, totally healthy.
Yeah.
And very good. But now, khichdi can be, as I say, it's a bimar logo ka khana. But I will say, it's because it's very light for your body. So definitely one should have it at least once a week. And to enhance the color of khichdi, if you add, things like coriander, green chilies, give it a nice, choke to it. So, it just looks with your zira and everything, so it starts looking good. And I think then if it starts looking good, you want to have it. So it's all about if your palate, if your dressing of your palate is good, the colors are like when you have soup, so if you put a little coriander on top of it, the green and the red color looks very. And you can serve it also in a bowls also. The serving plates or the serving dishes also make a huge difference, because if you serve it in a good dish with a nice presentation, I think it looks totally amazing to eat and you really want to eat it. So there are very small things which actually make a huge difference. And but Reena, we forget these small things. That's the worst part of it. हम सोचते हैं खाना बन गया है, खाना खाने के लिए है. So these are the things where we need to be a little careful about.
That's true. That's true. So presentation definitely, and again choosing what you're eating. So I might differ here when we talk about tadkas and chomp, since I am into nutrition. But definitely, if your body allows you, or you're serving your young kids, then definitely why not put a nice tadka
of ghee,
of
because
ghee.
what I meant to say with tadka
I
is
know.
Small, because we have to have ghee in our day-to-day life with our joints, but the amount and the quantity of it matters.
Yes.
So for instead of putting it in your regular when you're cooking, if you have a little choke of it, so it gives a color to the dish. And plus I mean, somewhere we are having it, so it's good for our joints and our skin and everything.
Again, yes, depending on, if your body, your health allows, why not?
Yes. And one more thing, when we were talking about colors, it should just struck me was when we had the pandemic and there was a lockdown, the sky was. I mean, we had never seen a blue sky. After long, we saw those blue skies and lovely clouds, and the sunset and the sunrises had different hues of yellow. And but now, when everything, all traffic is there, pollution is there. So I think again our skies have gone grey. So that's not a very good sight. So we need to work. So these colors actually help us a lot in our life.
Yeah.
So I mean, but how much is too much?
So see, we should never wait for a sign. We should never wait for a signal from a doctor or from a visit to a hospital. We ourselves should know when to start. It should not always be like it. Mostly in India, what happens? People start jogging, or people start going for a walk, or people start, gym when they've already, reached halfway and it's too late. So I think that's not. It should be. We should inculcate, or we should start from the beginning. We should know, no, this is me, I mean, right when in our school, when you were in school, I was in school, we used to have those physical classes, we used to have yoga, but it was not done in a way so that, we can practice it in our life.
Yes.
So I think we as parents, we as family also should so exemplify, you should be the example. If you're doing something nice, so if when I do yoga, my daughter, even if she hears the word, yoga from somewhere, she's just 2 years and she will come pulling, she'll get the mat and she says yoga,
so nice,
yoga.
yes.
So I think you should not wait for the signs. You should not wait for some alarming, situation. You should know, no, this is my body. If not yoga, okay, let me eat wisely. Let me eat healthy. Let me have fruits as snacks rather than, munching onto namkeens and bakery. Let me have fruit as my snack.
Yes.
What's the harm? If I'm feeling very hungry, just chop a cucumber and have it. So cucumber has a lot of water.
Yes.
So it will never add weight to your body. Have mushrooms as much as you want.
Absolutely.
It will never add weight to your body, but it's giving you sufficient nutrition.
And plus, we should also know when to stop.
Yeah.
Because वो जो stop वाला signal होता है ना, वो कई बारी we forget. Sometimes the food is so yummy that we say, okay, आज थोड़ा सा और, कल we will jog. But that थोड़ा सा और वाला concept, if it becomes very regular, it is something which is going to be bad. So again, it's a mind game. Again, I say, that signal goes into your mind and it says when to stop. So, and there's a very beautiful thing that I'd read. When they say 80% of your stomach is full, it means you should stop, because that 20% which is empty actually helps you. So, your food gets into digestion mode, and that is where, so.
And that's when, the 20% we start munching and we start craving, and, so I personally feel keep those temptations little away from your sight, which are not visible if you don't have self-control. That's for people who don't have self-control. That's for people who have a sweet tooth. That's for people who are awake late nights. And most of us, because of the scenario, because of the, lifestyle we have, people not sleeping early. So if you're not sleeping early, you've already had your dinner at 8:30. I would say 9:30 also. You're awake till 2 a.m. in the morning, right? What would happen? You will definitely feel hungry.
Definitely. So that is it. And plus, I think these gadgets also make a huge difference. They take you positively and negatively both. At times you're watching a lot of reels, we are watching a lot of, so there are, where we want to ape like somebody, but then we don't understand how much of, they have gone through to, achieve what they are. So that cannot be achieved. So keep your goals realistic. What I mean to say is, don't try to ape anybody. That person has a body like this, so I need to have, because every body is different. And so it is like, so we need to understand our body type, understand what actually we can, like as she said, gym suits us or yoga, because every exercise or every form of exercise doesn't suit everybody. So some people are made for yoga and stretching, some people are very good at gymming, running. So we all have to understand our body type and then take it forward of whatever exercise we choose, and not ape or like want to be like somebody, but to be the best version of ourselves.
And you should love what you're doing. Like, I would never go for gym. See, if you're like I stay on 11th floor, just an example. So probably, you had too much on your plate on that particular day, so I would never recommend climbing up the stairs, but why not climb down the stairs? So I
That's a
never
very
I
good
never
thought.
use
Yes.
escalators and lifts, but what I do is maximum, as much as I can, I try and use the stairs.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, so do that. Why not do that? And Akshay Kumar, if I don't know how many
Yes,
people, if you,
yes.
this is what he crazily does. He will
Mm.
climb up on the trees, he will climb up the stairs, he will go cycling, so many kilometers. So you don't have to really go for gymming and all. And then again, like she said, you want to beautify yourself, you want to look like someone. Be happy in your own skin, but then that skin and that body should be healthy also. So
Yes.
this is also not, we see so many, some memes or some very funny quotes. So there are very very obese people, and people say we are happy in our skin. I don't think so. That's the way to be. Just eat healthy, look healthy, choose. Again, I'm repeating myself. Choose what you are eating. There's no need for using oil in every dish you cook.
Yes.
There's no need to use oil in every dish, in chilas, in omelets. See, something like egg, it already has a fat. You don't need to, if you're using the yellow part as well, you don't need to use oil to, why do we have the, non-stick pans if you're using oil?
Absolutely right.
So these small things will
Yes.
definitely
So
make
again,
difference.
as we were talking, small things matter. So again, choosing the right utensils to cook,
Yes.
presenting in the right utensils is, this is what few things. If you make these small changes, so you will see that you can achieve a lot without doing too much. And then and when you start achieving, then it motivates you
Yes.
to take another step
Step.
further. So start with something small. Don't keep your goals
Goals
very high,
high.
that I'm just in 1 month I'm going to do this. No, a gradual step, as they say, slow and steady always wins the race. So let's go a little slow. And then because that is the time we don't want to even be a guilty, or keep telling ourselves, oh, I am starving, I'm starving myself from there. No, love what you do. And as she said, we can stop our munching of unhealthy snacks. So what we can do is we can take our portions less. So we can have a
Absolutely.
little of it so that our craving is stopped, and we can switch more portions of healthy food. So that way we are having a balance of it, and we are not even starving ourselves. So it's just like loving ourselves to what we are doing and doing what we are loving. So it's just, it goes both ways. So, and as we were talking about the gadgets, everybody says, आधा घंटा पहले बंद कर दो before you go to sleep.
That
Actually,
doesn't
even
really
I
happen.
even I don't. I want to do it, but I don't do it. And so that is, again, I said ki bolna is very easy, because it's a, so just monitor your things the way you want it. So what will you put it as, your gadget things? How will you say, how do you manage your gadgets?
See what happens in today's lifestyle. So right now also we're using gadgets to be available for people to see
Yes.
it, for people to get the best out of it. However, time it. So how things will work, Shalini. See, if you have kids, so you have to ensure when you are with them, keep your phone away for that time.
Right.
When you're cooking,
One tip,
keep your
yes.
phone away for that time. Enjoy that cooking, enjoy that I think love is the best ingredient. People say, so if somebody asks me what is the best ingredient, what did you do, to make this food so delicious or relishing. So I think love, the kind of mood, the kind of vibes you are putting into the
Yes.
cooking. So keep the phone away for some time. So in a day, even if you have achieved 1 hour of non-gadget time, I think you're doing a pretty decent job. I think that's sufficient.
And plus, we've seen in a lot of restaurants also, they have a rack there where they say you pile up your phones. And at times, when we all friends go for a get together or a lunch or a dinner, then, when, and we don't want the phone around, and maybe somebody is not listening to it. So we say, okay, if person who's not putting the phone down will have to pay the bills.
Yeah.
So simple, So immediately all the phones go down.
Penalized.
So, yeah. So this is few ways, you can, because again, we enjoy that moments of togetherness. We want to enjoy food that we are eating. We want to enjoy the ambience that is around, because phone ke baad, kai bari, and when I talk about the ambience, very small thing that I notice is people are walking on the road. Everybody's on a phone and the headphones in their ear. You are not listening to the nature sounds. Tell me, last time when a lot of people have not even heard the birds
Chirping,
chirping,
nothing.
or maybe uh, a lot of things, like you don't notice a building or the beautiful graffiti that is done on the buildings, or maybe a new, maybe a structure has come up, but we don't know about it because we were so engrossed down there with our phones.
Yeah.
So this is very important, that we need to detox ourselves from our gadgets, to be with the nature and enjoy nature, or anybody around, anything around us. And plus, our friends around us, people around us, conversations.
Very true.
And plus, I think a lot of reading also. What do you say about it? Because again, our phone rakhte hain, and we put into our reading habits. What do
So
you think?
again, the gadgets, and that everything being online, books being converted into PDFs and all. So people have lost. So again, in a bedroom, I think you should always have a study. I always feel there should be a small study in your house wherein
Yes.
have your me time. Have your me time. Even if you want to read, some about some celebrities, some gossip. But yes, like
Yes.
she said, read. Uh, Keep yourself away from gadgets at least for some time. And if you won't do that, how you are going to pass it to the next generation? I mean, I'm sure if I'm always on phone, if not now, my kids are definitely going to ask me, why are you stopping me if you yourself are
Yourself are
addicted to the
doing.
phone? So
Simple.
so it's very simple.
So now when you talk about kids,
Right.
you've got younger kids. So how, I mean, do you take them to the garden to play? How much time do you have with your kids? Because that's again rejuvenating yourself. Because
Absolutely.
being with your kids, playing with them, seeing other kids around, and talking to other mothers, or if not also that, just a walk, or just feeling the grass or the flowers around. So how much do you think that rejuvenates, and how much will you say the mothers, instead of sending it the kids with the mates, how much they should be going with the kids? That's another way of
See,
rejuvenation.
that's a very wonderful way. So I'm sure, with no schools around, Shalini, even mothers, it's very overwhelming for everyone, for the
Mm.
kids, for the moms. So we cannot completely, I mean, blame them that, why you're sending the kid just with the nannies. But at the same time, so probably it can be a blend. If you're sending your kid for an hour, so the first 15-20 minutes, let the kids be with the nanny or whosoever is the attendant. But then ensure after that, why don't you just drop in, spend time with your kids? And it should not again be that, oh, you're with the kids, but you're with your phone, and then, you're doing something like this. I don't think so.
Yes,
There's no point. It's better than you sit at home only and, do whatever you were doing. So spend
absolutely.
time with kids. Like she says, yes, enjoy your time with nature. Show kids small things. Maybe if you see or experience a different tree, anything, just spend time with them. See, again, I always say in any show, in any talk show, in an interview, I always say this is the time, when the kids are young, they need you. And there would be a time that we would be needing them and we would be running after them. So right
Yes.
now, please enjoy every moment when they're running after you.
Absolutely. That's a very beautiful thing, because I will totally resonate with it. Because kids nowadays, we everybody is going to be out studying. They will be out of the house. So enjoy those few years that you have with your kids, because they're never going to be with you. This time will never come back. So this is something which is very important to be there. And plus, I also feel that once we are going for a vacation, like at times people, we are taking a family vacation and stuff. So they, there is a lot of places which have started a total detox, it is called a detox vacation.
Yeah.
When you enter their premises, they give you a phone number for emergency contact to somebody that your family and friends offer you to connect. But your phones, actually they keep it, and then at the end of the day, they give you for an hour to just check on your important things.
Even
So I think,
Wi-Fi and everything, there's
yes,
not available. In fact, they've created places, they've
places like that.
curated places like that there's no Wi-Fi signal. Even if you
Yes,
want to, I mean, we don't have the option. So yes, it's important. Take kids to villages. I mean, show them how a nearby. Okay, people say countryside or whatever, but show them how the villages look like,
yes.
because there would be a time, the coming generations, they won't even know. Probably they will just see in the books or in the
Books.
videos how villages used to be.
And then there are very, coming to the villages, I come to very simple games. I'm sure you and me enjoyed when we were kids, that playing with those the marbles at times,
Yeah.
or वो जिसको वो क्या कहते हैं, पिट्ठू कहते हैं क्या, very
Stapu, there were so many
Stapu.
other games.
Yes, so these are very simple games, and they are, again, when you play these games, you cannot play them indoors. You have to be
Step
outdoors,
out.
maybe on your terraces. So terrace is again connecting to the nature, or be into the garden. So promote these traditional games because they're very important, because with these games the kids learn the concept of team building, they learn the concept of natural
Sharing.
things. Yes. So together, instead of giving mobiles and most expensive games available in the market in the closed room, rather than just push them to go and play, because that is something which is a call of the day now. And plus, I'll tell you a very small thing. We had done a workshop at a college. Now, college kids are big enough, but you'll be surprised. We had a few items into our tray, which were leaves and seeds and stuff. The kids had no idea about it. They didn't know किस चीज के seeds हैं, ये कौन सी leaves हैं, because they were not connected to the name. So it's not about rejuvenation of mind, body, and soul. Again, it comes like when your soul is happy, your body is happy, your mind is happy. So they're all interconnected. And always, I say a very small thing in my all my shows. We have a universe inside us. So that is the energy we need to actually, work on our own universe to
Yeah.
create that energy. And because that energy comes within us. So there are small things, like connecting with your family in the morning, or, so this is again, connecting with yourself to the rest of the people, which is most important. So, I mean, how will you now wrap up rejuvenation of all the three triangles, three things in a
Body,
triangle?
mind, and soul. So again, like I said, I would say keep a very, very healthy diet. And since I zip fat is my venture and it's a brainchild of me, so I think quantify your diet. Like she mentioned, that's the ingredient to my successful weight loss programs. Quantification of the diet, choosing what to eat, not to eat. So that takes care of your health.
Okay.
Right. Then when it's body basically.
Mhm.
So again, it's interconnected. So when your body is in shape, you feel good. Of course, it will take you to a very positive mind. You will think positive, you will spread positivity, you will have a lot of good positive ideas, right? And then coming back to soul. So body, mind, and soul. So when your body and mind is in shape, automatically you come across as a positive, healthy soul. You will spread positivity
Yes.
around, you will spread health around. So I think the third automatically is taken care of when your body and mind is taken care of. I'm sure the vibes and everything automatically will be very, very
Yes.
positive and healthy.
Definitely. And as I always say, that aura with, your own aura is going to be, because it reflects anything that you're putting inside reflects outside. Your aura is going to be bright. It's going to be very inspiring. It's going to be, it will create a difference in somebody's life, because a lot of people tell me, okay, your hair are great, you're this. So, I said, look, you have to work towards it. It's not only external, it's internal. So both the things together actually give you one complete thing. So again, we will say when the mind is happy, your health is 100%. So let's create all the happiness and spread as much of love and happiness as we can. So before we wind up, the final quote from you.
The final quote from me will be, disassociate, disconnect, yourself from all sorts of negativity, whether it's a negative element, whether it's a negative energy, whether it's negative or, unhealthy food around you. So I think that would be the ending note. Stay positive. And this is what I've experienced. If you stay away from negative people, negativity around, automatically, there's a smile and a glow and
Yes.
prosperity around you.
Absolutely. And I always say, smile more, because that is one thing which breaks all barriers.
Very
So
true.
just keep a nice, positive, beautiful smile on your face. It gives a spark to your eyes and a glow on your face. So till then, we come back again. So start working on rejuvenating your mind, body, and soul.